Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorial. In this video tutorial, we'll take up a fresh chapter of class 8th, chapter number 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. A great variety of plants and animals exist on earth. They are essential for the well-being and survival of mankind. Today, a major threat to survival of these organisms is deforestation. We know that deforestation means clearing of forests and using that land for other purposes. Trees in the forest are cut for procuring land for cultivation. We cannot avoid, but simultaneously we can grow the forest. Building houses and factories. Again, we all require shelter and employment. We cannot avoid this. However, on the other hand, we can increase forest value. The third point, making furniture or using wood as fuel. Some natural causes of deforestation are forest fires and severe droughts. At this point, we are able to answer the question which is there on your screen. Write 3 main reasons for deforestation. Trees in the forest are cut for some purposes. And what are those purposes? The first one is for cultivating crops. We require very large area. We cannot grow crops within the forest. We require plain land. And we require to grow the crops in large area because the demand is more, our population is more. So crop production requires larger area, and therefore first point is procuring land for cultivation. Everyone wants to have a shelter. As the population grows, the land which is to be utilized for a shelter is also more. Everyone wants employment. So we need to construct institutions, factories. So the second point will be building houses and factories. And third point is to make furnitures. Wood is used. And wood is also used as a fuel. So the third point is making furniture or using wood as a fuel. So these are the 3 main points why the deforestation is going on. What are the consequences of deforestation? Deforestation increases the temperature and pollution level on the earth. It increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. You all know, to certain amount, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is required. Plants use carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. Deforestation results into lowering of groundwater level. Disturbs the balance in the nature. Animals who take shelter in the forest will move to the places where people live. If we continue to cut the trees, in future rainfall may reduce, and also the fertility of the soil. So, what are the effects of deforestation? Deforestation increases the temperature, right? And also the pollution level on the earth. So you may ask why it increases temperature and the pollution level on the earth. We all know that a tree, you all know that all trees, right? So all trees, they take sunlight and use carbon dioxide to give out oxygen, right? Now suppose if they don't empty the carbon dioxide which is present in the atmosphere, then the carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere will increase. And carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, which means if it is present in more than the required quantity, that will increase the temperature. So that is why deforestation leads to high temperature, and a pollution level on the earth will increase because of the carbon dioxide itself. And that is what the second point is. Groundwater level will also be lowered because of the deforestation, because the roots which are there underground will hold the water. So the third point is groundwater level also gets lowered. It disturbs balance in the nature. And why it disturbs balance in the nature? Because every organism in the nature are interconnected. Animals require shelter. They require forest. Now if that is disturbed, animals are disturbed. Then the whole chain will be disturbed. So therefore, deforestation disturbs the balance in the nature. Deforestation will reduce the rainfall as well as fertility, and that may lead to natural calamities such as floods and droughts. So these are the points you should keep it in the mind for the question said above. And what are the reasons? Why do we clear the trees? Because we need to cultivate crops which are main source of our food. More the population, more crops are required. So that is one area where civilization wants to clear forest. Next, everyone wants to have a shelter. And employment, job opportunities. And for that we have to create factories, institutions, and houses. Next, wood is used for furnitures in the houses. Wood is used as a fuel. So, to conclude, the reasons of deforestation are procuring land for cultivations, building houses and factories, making furniture or using wood as a fuel. These reasons are unavoidable. But on the other hand, we can keep planting more and more trees and increase the forest, because trees are very important for us. Recall that plant need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. And what is photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide is a basic material for all the plants to prepare their food. And carbon dioxide is there in nature, along with other gases. Now, the trees use minerals from the soil and water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Once again, carbon dioxide from atmosphere, water, minerals, and mainly sunlight, and give oxygen to the atmosphere. And that process is called photosynthesis. More trees, more photosynthesis, and more of oxygen in the nature. But fewer trees, that is less number of trees, means less of oxygen and more of carbon dioxide. If you want to reduce carbon dioxide and increase the percentage of oxygen, we have to plant more and more trees. But what's happening is we have less number of trees and more of carbon dioxide. And what happens if carbon dioxide is more in the atmosphere? We all know the blanket of air around Earth is called atmosphere. And atmosphere contains all other gases such as oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. They are there in the atmosphere in required percentage. We have got more of carbon dioxide. You all have studied this. What is required for us for breathing is oxygen. This is very important gas for us. Now carbon dioxide is good for photosynthesis. For plants it is good. So we need to have some percentage of all the gases in the atmosphere. Right? But what happens? Because of deforestation, the amount of carbon dioxide increases. So then our atmosphere contains more than required percentage of carbon dioxide. So what? So what? What happens if the carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere? You know, sunlight, when it falls on the earth, it converts into heat, and that heat is reflected back. And most of the heat which is reflected is held within the layer of atmosphere because of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is one such gas which holds heat. It doesn't allow the heat to move away from the atmosphere, because of which temperature increases. The atmosphere becomes very hot. Okay, the sunlight, when it falls on the earth, converts into heat, and more of heat is reflected and held within the atmosphere because of carbon dioxide. What happens? If the temperature of the atmosphere becomes more, then the balance in the atmosphere changes, particularly the water cycle. And what is water cycle? We all know that sunlight evaporates water, and that evaporated water converts into cloud, and cloud gets cool, and then it gives water back to the earth in the form of rain. Now this is what is water cycle. The increase in temperature on the earth disturbs this water cycle, and therefore the effect is somewhere on earth. Sometimes there will be more of rain, and more of rain may cause sometimes overflow of rivers, which may result into floods. And some other places there may be a completely drought, no rain. Well, now you have understood one of the important effect of deforestation, and that is increase of temperature and pollution level on earth, right? And why it increases the temperature? Again, I am concluding what is learnt in this video, that temperature is increased because of increase in carbon dioxide. CO2 is carbon dioxide. And why there will be increase in carbon dioxide? Because of less trees. So less trees, more of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, because it is the trees which are absorbing carbon dioxide for their photosynthesis. So more of carbon dioxide results into higher temperature because carbon dioxide has a property to hold the heat within it. So that increases the temperature of atmosphere. So once the temperature is increased and carbon dioxide is increased, that results into a pollution. Right? Carbon dioxide increase itself is a pollution. And there are many other gases which are responsible for the pollution and even the dust particles. But one of the very important component of the pollution is carbon dioxide. That is to be reduced. And to reduce, we have to plant more trees. Right? So in the next video, we shall learn the remaining effects of deforestation and why trees are more important. What are the other reasons why should we plant trees? We shall study in the next video. Till then, thank you very much. Stay fit, stay healthy.